sports. It's hard to imagine this not being a fun game to watch. It's the Saints going up against the Packers. With that, let's send it out to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis with this Week 2 matchup.
Larry, from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL, there's a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight, we wrap up an intriguing Week 2 with a good Monday night matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. They've been buoyed by getting 2 home games right at the start, and they come off a good victory in Week 1.
And the offense, my goodness, over 50 points in the win last weekend. When you do that, you're not going to lose very many games, maybe not.
Drop you in at the start of this next possession in a 3-0 ball game.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey. All right, here we go. Blue 90.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Mike's by 4.
Back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Their dangerous wide receiver. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers have taken the early lead. And that is the definition of yards after catch. They go short on the pass. Drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last time when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. And, Charles, we get a look here at the key inactives, and I tell you what, a big list for being this early in the season.
If there's any silver lining at all, you're hoping you can get these guys back, and now you'll play well down the stretch with them. But what you're also hoping is that the guys who have to play for them, the next man up mentality kicks in, and those guys take care of business.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Now let's go. Blue 90.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. And this will pin him back as it's out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it 2nd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
The Saints with an extra defensive back here on 3rd on the field.
Could they blitz?
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Packers. Their big tight end, 82 yards. And the Packers add on to their lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
After a good punt, this offense will start with tough field position inside the 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
Pressure is.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
All right, here we go. 319! 319!
Time running out here on the play clock. They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. The 20, 10, touchdown, Packers. A big play there with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And we drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Offense.
And a pass interference on the offense. You do not see that too often.
Yeah, the defense is usually the culprit these days, but it's pretty clear that this time the defender was in position and the receiver made contact with him. Way to go, officials.
We got trips over here. Trips over here. Let's open up. All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 30.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. 17 yards to pick up there.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. Room here to run. The 30. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers. We drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They'll come out in the pistol.
Green 39.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
Love the run right there. And when you analyzed him coming out of college, when you try to put him... Great on him. You saw the flashes while he was in school, but you didn't see the full production. You didn't see the finished product. He's a little bit raw, but you can see why people liked him. Those types of runs make you think there's plenty more there, and we'll see if that continues for him.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw to the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Here we go. Green 39.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And the offense in that middle ground here on 3rd down, 5 yards to go.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
And his kick is indeed good, and their lead will swell up to 28. So the drive. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try.
Now the ball comes loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So they almost turn it over there. Scary moment. 2nd down here.
Go. Go. All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Mike 54. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Packers have been moving the football at will, and the total yardage numbers stand out. The Saints defense hasn't been able to get stops, and that inability to get off the field is costing them time and time again. So here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Hit to late in the first. Coverage breaks down here. And a quick 3-play drive ends with a score. Packers push their lead to 11. They take it at the 33-yard line. Quick pass and completion is made here, and he's going to go 67 yards for the score. That takes the lead up to 18. 2nd and 2 coming up. Great blocking on this long run, and he'll take this all the way for the touchdown. That takes the lead up to 25.
Okay, Larry, a fairly one-sided first half as we get set to go in the second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjusts. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Hurry up, here we go.
They'll run it on the toss. Try to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it. Rest of the game. And it does get in your mind a little bit, and sometimes that slows down your effort in trying to get free from tacklers.
And the defenders know it too. They sniff that out, don't they?
Everybody wants to swarm the football. You know the rule is first guy hold up the runner, everyone else try and get there and strip the ball free.
So second down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on third. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now back to throw. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's fourth down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Out onto the... After an excellent punt, this offense in a tough spot down inside their own 5. They'll give it to him right up the gun. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10.
Holding offense.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. After an excellent punt, this offense in a tough spot down inside their own 5. Back to throw now in his own end zone. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 1 yard is the gain there. It'll bring up second down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. That second down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Play clock winding down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. The play clock's running down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
Illegal block in the gun. Offense. Still first down.
So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Single. All right, here we go.
to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. Give him 16 on the pickup, and that leads to a Green Bay first.
Well, it's obvious to me that the big guy is beyond locked in. We saw last week a scintillating performance. We're seeing it again. I think he and his coordinator are in lockstep right now.
Sometimes a tip of the cap to the guys calling the plays here, yeah?
Not just calling the plays, setting the game plan, sitting with him during the week, watching tape as they formulate it. You know, the best ones, they listen to their guy and say, okay, what do you like this week? You like this play? You don't like that play? And that helps them formulate what they're going to do.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, land it.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
2nd down following the run. Time running out here on the play clock.
Let's go. Blue, land it. Blue, land it.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Delay of game, offense. Still 2nd down.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Set. Blue, land it. Blue, land it.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Another good run there, and now we're seeing an offense that's imposed its will on a defense. When we talk about that all the time, what does it really mean? It means that the guys on the offensive line, they feel like they can do whatever they want. They're in the huddle saying, run it again. Give us another chance to smack someone and create some space. On the defensive side of the ball, not only have they imposed their will against you, you're almost powerless to figure out what you're doing there, but you got to keep your spirit up at the same time, and they're taking that too.
All right, here we go. Blue, land it. Blue, land it.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Here we go now. Blue, land it.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Welcome back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis as we've hit the home stretch here following the 2-minute warning. So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. All right, here we go. Green.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And the confidence from last week carrying over to this week.
2 weeks in a row, and I have to admit, last week, I thought they were going to really struggle running the football. I thought that they had a real challenge on their hands, and they more than met it and created big-time openings that he just absolutely hurtled through. And they figured, why not? Let's carry it forward this week. Again, the same thing. All the blocking schemes are there. I think they've really done a great job. That B-gap between the guard and the tackle has been there all game for them, and they continue to exploit it.
And he's just going downhill.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Not only downhill, but with incredible, incredible force.
4 down, 4 down. All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Packers, they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.